from the month of February 2016. So my first favorite has to do with oil pulling. Oil pulling, if you don't know, is an ancient Ayurvedic practice to cleanse the mouth and basically to improve your overall health. If you don't know what oil cleansing is or oil pulling, you can watch my video up here. I oil pull basically every single morning. It's part of my daily routine and I do it for around 20 minutes. And because I do it all the time, I have had the chance to try so many different coconut oil brands, and I feel like I'm kind of an expert when it comes to this because I can definitely taste the difference, taste the different texture, and yeah, and I don't just use coconut oil for oil pulling but also for other things, but I'll get to that in a second. In line with what I've just said, my first favorite is this coconut oil. This was kindly sent to me by Ron from Tropical Nutrition. They are a coconut oil company that sits directly in Thailand and they do everything there. These oils are organic, they're gluten-free, they're halal, they're vegan, they're everything. And the reason why I definitely wanted to give it a try is because this one is made with peppermint oil. So it's pure coconut oil and also organic peppermint oil. And this is just the greatest thing when you're oil pulling because it adds this freshness and it has this kind of toothpaste-like flavor to it. And I would definitely recommend this to anyone who just started out oil pulling because it makes it so much easier when it tastes like peppermint rather than like sweet coconut. I've been using this every single morning for a couple of weeks and I've been loving it. It has a great texture because it's not grainy like some coconut oils. It's really smooth and the coconut is sweet, and then there's the mint, so that adds the freshness, so it's just wonderful. And he also sent me this plain coconut oil, so there's nothing added to it. And even with this one, I have to say it has awesome quality. It has a really good scent. I have used this so far on my hair and also on my body. I feel like sometimes when I use oils that aren't the best quality, they can leave kind of this rancid smell after a few hours, and these definitely don't do this. And I'll put all the information in the info box of this video. Speaking of hair, I have been using a Tangle Teezer hairbrush for a couple of years now. I'm pretty sure you know what a Tangle Teezer is because they're sold everywhere. I think everyone owns one, and they're quite expensive if you think about it because they're around 15 or 17 euros for just a plastic brush. But since I have been using mine for such a long time, it didn't look the nicest anymore. Like the bristles became a little bit rough. I just had the feeling that if I keep on brushing my hair with like broken plastic, it's actually gonna damage my hair, and it makes a lot of sense. Broken plastic is like tiny blades that are cutting through your hair, so at the end of the day you're damaging your hair more than you're doing it any good with a brush. So I thought, you know, since I'm already kind of on the bandwagon of trying to avoid plastics as much as I can, why not get a different hairbrush that's a bit more natural? So I just went to the German drugstore Müller and looked at their wooden brushes, and I found this one. I think it was only 7 euros, which is half the price of the Tangle Teezer. It has awesome quality. I think it's made of bamboo. Even the bristles are made from wood, and it's really sturdy, and it feels so nice when you brush your hair with it because the bristles actually massage your scalp. And as you can see, the bristles on this one are a bit further apart than with a normal brush, but I actually like this about the brush. So when I brush my hair with it, I will just grab it like a section like this and start with the ends, and then I'll just move upwards. And here I have even more hair products. These are a shampoo and a conditioner from the brand ALVERDE, which is a natural cosmetics brand that is sold in the German drugstore DM. And this line is made with argan oil and almond oil. It's without silicones or mineral oils. And the great thing about this brand is that it is completely vegan, and that's definitely the reason why I got it. The scent is great, and it really leaves my hair feeling fresh and moisturized, and it's easy to comb through afterwards. I actually still had some shampoo from L'Oreal left back from the time when I wasn't so much into cruelty-free beauty products, and I was using this for the past couple of weeks. But since it's winter here in Germany, and maybe because of the shampoo, I'm not sure, but I started getting like this dry patch right here on my scalp, and it would not go away. But the moment I stopped using the shampoo and switched over to these two products, and in combination with doing like hair masks with the coconut oil, it all went away. So if you have problems with a dry scalp, maybe try switching up to a more natural type of shampoo. Now let's move on to a different topic. My favorite Instagram account for this month has definitely been Minimal Setups. Lately I have been so much into minimalism. If you read my blog or if you watch my YouTube channel a lot, you know that that is definitely something I'm interested in lately, and it's definitely affected me a lot. Minimal Setups just shows you pictures of work areas that are set up very minimalistic. It's basically a great inspiration for a neat and tidy workspace that only contains the most essential things you need, and I find that very inspiring. And I feel like when your workspace is clean, it is so much easier to be focused and to think more creatively. So that is definitely something I want to achieve with my workspace as well. Yeah, and speaking of minimalism, for this month I definitely wanted to watch a documentary that also is about minimalism. So I discovered Thrive with Less, which is basically a student project from like student filmmakers at the University of Michigan, and they are 6 students that decided to live a more minimalistic lifestyle by doing like 6 different challenges. So for example, they decided they're not going to use social media, they're not going to use their car in a certain radius. They basically wanted to really get rid of all of the excess and distractions they felt like aren't necessary to live. And I think even though I'm not the biggest fan of the documentary itself and kind of like the storytelling, I feel like a lot of it is missing. However, I do really like the message of it, because most of the stuff I've been reading and watching about minimalism is usually about the materialistic aspect of it. But this one was also more about the psychological aspect and how it can actually impact you as a person when you're forced to minimize all of your belongings. Because at the end of the day, all of the students who are kind of forced to look more into themselves and to ask themselves what they want out of life and what, like, who they really are. Because when everything is taken away, when there's no more makeup and no more fancy clothes and no more Facebook, what is left?
I used to live very spontaneously and in the moment, and it was great. And now I'm constantly planning the next thing that's going to happen in my life. I don't really take a lot of time to just live.
I've kind of come to realize that I don't put as much energy as I should into the people closest to me.
Right now, I'm missing out on opportunities, and that's what I feel. I feel like I'm missing out, and it sucks.
Why aren't we satisfied? Why aren't we thriving?
So if you are into that whole big thing of minimalism as well, and if you're just starting out, definitely watch that documentary. I think it's really interesting. And because minimalism has been affecting me so much on a personal level, of course I've started trying to cut down on my materialistic possessions. For the past month I've been going through all of my clothes, my makeup, all beauty products. Next up are shoes, books, CDs. Here comes my giveaway. In my last video, which was this my last video? No, I don't remember. Anyways, I did a Valentine's look video, and in that video I showed this makeup palette. It's an eyeshadow palette by the brand Sleek, which is a cruelty-free brand. And this right there is their Vintage Romance palette. It's number 141. It's from the I Divine line, and it has all of these beautiful colors, but at the end of the day I feel like they aren't really my colors. They aren't suitable for an everyday look for me, and I actually expected these 3 colors to be more reddish tone instead of like in the purpley kind of color spectrum. So it's not the ideal palette for me, and I figured why just keep this in my makeup drawer and let it like sit in there forever. Why not give it away to one of you guys who might really want to have it. So of course this palette is used. I've only used it once for the video, and I only dipped in there with my brush. But if you're like, okay, I don't mind and it's only used once and it's in great condition and it looks nice and I want to win it, you can win it. So all you have to do is write me a comment using the hashtag Sleek, so I know you want to get this palette, and then I'll just contact you. My fitness favorite has actually been the 5-minute plank workout. I did a video about it, which you can watch up here, and this is what the name says. It's a 5-minute workout that consists of different plank moves, and it's just so awesome, I think, because it's only 5 minutes. You can do this with your workout or just outside of a workout. You can do it just one time, or you can just repeat it if you're that strong. I can only do it once, to be honest. This is something you can do at home. All you need is a soft surface you can do it on, and maybe you have a carpet, maybe you have a yoga mat, and just roll it out, do that for 5 minutes, and you did something. It's better than nothing. Music wise, those of you that have been watching a few of my older videos know that my favorite band has always been Smashing Pumpkins. I fell in love with this band probably around 2000 something, so this was already when the band was split up, but that's when I discovered them for myself, and I love their music, so I got every single one of their albums, and I love everything from the 90s. But when they got back together in 2006, or at least Billy Corgan started the band again with other people, I didn't like any of the new stuff. But I recently discovered that there's an album called Rarities and B-Sides, and it's from 2005, and I didn't know this existed, but it's basically a collection of 114 songs from back in the 90s. It all has the same vibe as the other stuff you know from the band, so this just made me really happy, because now I can listen to a bunch of Smashing Pumpkins songs that are actually like the Smashing Pumpkins I love and not like the new stuff. So okay, moving from the pumpkins to the potatoes, my favorite food of the month has been my sweet potato salad with this really delicious bell pepper and garlic sauce that I made. It's hard to describe how good it tastes, because when you think of the ingredients it sounds so simple, so you wouldn't think it could end up being a really tasty dish, but it's really the best dish ever because it's so easy to make and it's very healthy. It's also very affordable, and this is one of the dishes you can prepare in advance and eat later and it will still taste the same. Yeah, and because I got so interested in minimalism and because I love vegan food and I'm all about finding new sources of inspiration, I discovered the vegan minimalistic Swedish YouTuber living in Berlin called Jenny Mustard, and she's just the sweetest girl. She makes videos about minimalism, like I said, and about vegan food. She also has a vegan cookbook, and she is just really inspiring because she has a minimalistic approach to basically everything she does. She also has a very unique style, and I always find that very inspiring when a person really tries to express who they are with their looks. Everything she does is visually just so appealing, and the recipes are so simple. And something that also got me really excited this month has been the new yogurt or strained yogurt range from the brand ALPRO soy. Strained yogurt, I think that's like the official term for it, is quark. That's what we call it in Germany. So it's kind of like yogurt but more sour, and it has a thicker consistency. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. But this is something you, for example, would use in baking a cheesecake. Until recently, this product did not exist in Germany, so you couldn't get any vegan strained yogurt here. You would have to make it yourself. For me, it often happens that I just find one food item or one product and it inspires me to do a whole bunch of things with it. With this food, for example, I thought of a really tasty vegan Caesar salad, which is on my blog if you want to give it a try. And yeah, so I'm really happy that more and more brands are expanding their products, that you can get vegan food from brands that aren't actually vegan, and that you can get more of these alternative products that are specifically made for vegans. And now we're at my last favorite, and yeah, there's a little story to it, because Matthias and I are thinking of doing like a little city trip, like a tiny vacation, just to get away. And the thing with us is we will usually get up and have breakfast, and then we will spend the entire day walking around the city, which ends up usually being like 8 to 10 hours of walking. And I'm the type of girl, I like to bring a big purse and have everything in there, and by the end of the day my shoulder hurts, my back hurts, and it's just really a painful experience, which it definitely shouldn't be. So I thought, since I'm like into minimalism anyways, which I said like 10,000 times on this video, but I thought, why not get a new bag that's a smaller, that's a backpack, so I can carry it with both of my shoulders and have it in such a tiny shape that I can only put the most important things in there. So I went on the internet and I looked and I found the cutest thing ever. It's this little backpack. It's by the brand Claudia Canova. It's a British brand, I believe, and this is what the bag looks like. Of course, it's not leather, it's completely vegan. It has this beautiful snake print or crocodile print, and it's gray, so it basically goes with everything. It's super tiny, so this is my head and this is the back. I do have a small head, so it's not the best way to show you how small it is. This is my phone and this is the back, so you can see kind of, this is a Samsung Galaxy S5. So this is how tiny the back is, and it has like a zipper pocket in the front, and then inside there's room for your phone and for something else, and there's also a zipper pocket in the back of it. For me, this is a big thing because the bag I've been using before, I've worn for around 3 years non-stop. So yeah, these were all of my favorites for the month of February. Let me know if you liked this video, and don't forget, if you wanna get the palette, just let me know by using the hashtag sleek. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video.